All right, so welcome to mobility and flexibility. So again, in today's class, we will be, working with all of our joints, trying to stretch out most of the muscles in our body, and then, just kind of working our way down our body. We'll start on the chair, then we'll transition to some standing stretches, exercises, mobility poses. Then we'll transition to the floor. And then by then we should be close to being done. So as far as the equipment for today, so water, a chair, if you have a pole, sticks, we could do some mobility with our shoulder joints. We could benefit from those. So, all right, so we'll go ahead and start. So again, we're gonna start here with our jaw, with our face. So the first one that we're gonna do is, all right, Susan, I got you. Thank you very much. So again, hopefully you guys are having a good day. So we'll just get it going. So let's go ahead and we're gonna look down, we're gonna open our mouth, then look up. And as we're looking up, once we're up, we're gonna close our mouth and we should feel a stretch here on our throat. So, all right, so you guys ready? So, all right, so let's go ahead and open our mouth. Close. All right, we're gonna continue with this. Let's do 8 of these. All right, okay, very good. Now we're gonna go and blow air into our cheeks and then just massage softly. Okay, so go ahead. So massage from the side of our eyes to the side of our lips while maintaining that air pocket on our cheeks. I release that. All right, very good. Okay, just want to make sure that now we're going to inhale some air through our nose and exhale through a small hole within our lips. So again, it should be about an inhalation, inhaling for about 4 or 5 seconds, and then exhaling through your lips for about 6 to 8 seconds. Okay, ready? Should feel that core getting tight as you're exhaling. Let's do a couple more. All right, very good. Okay, so next we are gonna just continue on over with our neck movements. So for this one, we'll start off with the lighter ones and then progress as we get a little bit more relaxed. So just gonna bring our head down, up, down, up. Just continue here. It's a little bit softer in the neck circles. So we'll warm into neck circles eventually. All right, left to right, left, right, relaxed. Keep it going. All right, now next circle. So, yeah, now we're in the popping. Going. All right, switch directions. All right, very good. Okay, we're gonna do some neck retractions. Okay. So neck retractions really go forward, back, almost like a turtle. Forward, back. All right, very good. 1 second. So next we're gonna do some shoulder raises. So again, we're bringing our shoulders towards our ears and dropping them. Raise, drop. So let's do 12 of those. So drop this first side. Drop, drop, drop. All right, very good. Okay. So from here, let's just bring our arm across. Just with this arm, just pull it in closer to you. And switch. Okay, arm over, and let's push down on that elbow. So feel that stretch on that tricep. And switch. All right, very good. Okay, so now we're gonna work on some mobility just with our arms. Okay, so we're just gonna do just some elbow flexions, elbow extensions. It's almost like if we had a curl. Okay, and then now let's do this movement here. So we can go up, under, and over. Okay, so now I want you to, so right now we did bicep curls, now we're gonna do reverse. Okay, so now my hands are in front of me, so I'm raising them. Okay, so now we're gonna go on some forearm work. So we're just gonna close and open and close, open. Right. And again, we're just gonna work one finger at a time. Okay. All right, let's work with that left hand now. All right, one finger at a time. All right, very good. All right, let's just work our wrists. So I'm just make sure it's not painful. As long as we're making some mobility movement. Work on those wrists. Okay. All right. So now you're gonna move down to our hip joint. Okay. So we do these often. We do these on Mondays typically. So you're just gonna do some marches, some light marches here. Let's work on that hip joint. Let's go out. Some more leg out. Right, left leg. Just doing little taps. My hips are forward. All right. Okay. You're gonna work on some knee extensions. So again, from here, I'm just extending my knee, just bringing it back. I am gonna try to elevate it by having my hands underneath, just having that leg elevated, just extending. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, very good. Okay, so again, elevate, and then I'm just gonna swing my leg. Really trying to work. I'm not trying to move this thigh too much. I just want to focus on shifting my ankle left to right. Not too much movement. All right, Leah, I got you. Thank you. I'm gonna switch. All right, very good. Okay, now we're just gonna do some calf raises, heel raises. So again, heels just come up. And I want to do it for mobility, so I'm not too concerned about holding it for length. I just want to just do it for mobility. So just as many as you could do it, you could alternate if you want. It's just really just to get some mobility, stretch out those calves lightly. Okay, and then without lifting your feet, without lifting your heel, try to do some toe taps. You should feel the tendons, top part of your feet activating for these. Okay, all right, so this is where we're gonna get a golf ball or a tennis ball. Okay, so if you wanna go grab those items. Give me a second. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna grab that golf ball. And again, doing this now since we're at a chair. So I'm just gonna roll my arches on it. Okay, and remember the golf ball, it's a little bit firmer than the tennis ball. Good. Find a tender spot. Look for a tender spot, and then let's press down on it. Right, the switch. Left foot. All right, let's find a tender spot. So press down on that. Okay, very good. All right. Next one we're going to do is our ABCs. So I do want to get some mobility on our ankles. So how we're going to do this is just elevate the leg and just do our ABCs. Okay, so go ahead and start. We'll do one ankle at a time. I'm gonna switch. All right, okay. The next one that we're gonna do is just gonna be some archwork for our arches. So I am gonna take off my socks. So again, so of course you would only be able to do these barefoot. So if you could take off your shoes, that's fine. That'd be great. And then if you wanna bump it up and do your socks too, it's even better. Okay, so the exercise here we're doing is trying to grip our sock with our toes, drop it, clean it up, separate it, and again, continue, drop, and separate. We'll do a couple more. All right, I'm gonna go with my left arch, okay? So again, squeeze, pick, collect, squeeze, pick, collect. All right, good. Let's throw these back on. And if you can, grab for me an umbrella, a broomstick, some type of stick that's light. We're gonna work on some shoulder movement now, okay? Some shoulder mobility. All right, so go ahead and find that item. And we'll get right to it right now. So I have my umbrella here. So again, just go ahead and grab that. Just gonna get on this shoulder width apart stance. Okay, so we're gonna go start gently left to right. Once you're ready, you can start elevating that left shoulder. Bring it 30 degrees forward. So again, so this is right here, 0, 30. And let's go to 60. Right, 90 is the right in front of us. All right, now let's bring that shoulder back. So see on that same shoulder, now I'm bringing it back. Taking it back. All right, very good. Okay, now we're going to transition to the right shoulder, okay? We'll do all the standing ones before we get down on the floor. It's going to be some calf stretches, some quad stretches, pretty much some of the warm up that we do in the morning. 30 degrees. All right, 60 degrees. All right, 90 degrees, right in front of us. Shoulders tight. Very popping. Okay, now back. All right, now we're going to take it behind, and then we're just going to swing back and forth, but behind us. All right, so now we're going to bring the umbrella up and down our back. Again, so bending at the elbows. Okay, very good. Okay, so, and then after this one, that was it actually. So then over our head. Okay, good. I'm going to put this aside, and we'll be using that umbrella again for a different exercise or stretch for our chest. So go ahead and grab your chair. And start with the calf stretch. Usually you do this one here at the end, but we'll get all the standing ones out of the way first. Okay, so my hind leg is going behind me, of course. And then my front one, I'm going to make sure that both feet are flat on the ground. And then I'm going to lean forward, dragging this knee towards the chair, and making sure that heel doesn't leave the ground, okay? So lean forward. You should feel the stretch on this calf behind you. You won't feel it if your heel comes off the ground, so make sure it's flat on the ground. And that's good. Right. That. Okay, very good. All right, we're going to transition. We'll get to the standing exercises that we do in the warm up near the end if we have time for those, okay? So let's go ahead and see how we're feeling. So now we're going to transition down to the floor, okay? All right. So again, a quadruped position. So again, quadruped on our fours. Get situated. Very good. All right, so hands right below our shoulders. And we are gonna do the cat-cow. Okay, so remember to inhale on your way up, exhale on your way down, and so forth. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do 8 of these. Should we continue? Okay, now we're gonna drop our glutes towards our heels. So see how my feet aren't flat, my toes aren't resting on the floor. They're the top of my toes are resting on the floor. Okay, they're a little bit more relaxed, so we're gonna arch our back and drop our glutes towards our heels. Okay, now as we're doing that, you want to extend our arms in front of us. You should feel that stretch in your back, on your lats, in your armpits, your underarms. Make sure you're breathing. All right, very good. Okay, so now we're gonna arch our back, shuffle over to our right. Again, make sure your arch is back. I think your back is arched. And then we're gonna drop our hips to our heels. Okay, now you should feel that stretch on your left side, your lats, your ribs on your left side. And bring it back. All right, let's shift over to the left side. Okay. Arch that back and drop your hips back. All right, relax. Very good. Okay, so the next one is going to be the puppy pose. So for the puppy pose, we make sure that we are on a quadruped position. Our hips are right above our knees. And for the puppy pose, all we're doing is just reaching with our arms and then dropping our shoulders down. But again, our hips remain above our knees. And it's okay if you're resting on your elbows. Just make sure your hips remain above your knees. You don't want to be shifted forward or back. Yes. Okay. For this next one, we're going to give our arms a little bit of rest. We're going to be doing the scapula squeeze. So it's going to be here kneeling, and I'm going to, again, instead imagery of if you have a peanut on that upper mid back and you're trying to crack it with your shoulder blades, okay? That's what we're trying to do, trying to crack it, relax. Ready? 3, 2, 1, so squeeze, hold, relax. We're going to do this 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right. Next one is going to be the thoracic stretch. So we're going to get in that reset position you guys are familiar with. So we start our cool down. This time, what we're going to do is try to hold on to right below your knees. And then we're bringing our chest towards our quad, to our knees, okay? So we're not reaching for our toes. We're just trying to bring our chest towards our knees. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, continue. I'm going to reach closer to my ankles so I can bring myself down even more. And relax. Let's go ahead and grab that chair. Let's bring it close by. You're going to do another stretch for our back. We're here. The quadruped position, hips right above our knees. But now we're going to bring our hands on top of the chair. And we're going to reach. Continue to reach while keeping your hips above your knees. So you're stretching, and that should be stretching. And relax. All right. Whew, very good. All righty. Okay. All right. So next what we're going to do is going to be thread the needle. Okay. So thread the needle. If you guys remember that, you get in this lunge position. Okay. So knee remains above the ankle. My right arm is going to be elevated, and then I'm going to bring this arm through this small gap between my legs, come through, and then, so if you guys could see, I'm coming through, I'm holding on here, and I'm turning up. Okay, so I'm here, coming through, holding that leg, and then my other arm goes up, and I'm going to look towards the sky. Looking at the sky, looking down, holding onto that leg, and looking up to the sky again. And then spin for 2 minutes on each leg, on each side. Four. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right, once we've done 10, we're going to switch. Okay, so now the left arm is up, goes through this little opening, holding on here, and then transitioning up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't go too fast. Just go at your own pace. 9. Make sure to continue breathing. Relax your back. 10. Whew. That one is a little bit demanding. Okay, so since we're in this position, let's switch back to our left. So right knee is down, left knee is up, and we're just going to be doing some knee circles, okay? So most of the movement should be happening on your ankle and on that knee joint, okay? So we're just going to do this movement here. There's a little bit of movement going on your hip as well. So I'm going clockwise right now. The circles. And reverse. I'm going to switch legs. So, okay, right here, right leg is going clockwise. Right, counterclockwise. Okay, so now we're going to go and lean towards that knee, come back. We're bringing that knee over that foot. So it's also stretching your Achilles. You should feel the stretch down here. We're doing 12 of these. And number 4. And as you're leaning, you should feel that stretch on your inner thigh as well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Switch. Up. Okay, just go. Wow. All right. Very good. All right, we'll do the standing on top here. Okay, from this position, what we're going to be doing, since we are kneeling, we're just going to bring that right leg out. We're going to turn towards it, and we're going to lean down, bring our chest towards the knee, okay? Feel that stretch in your hamstring. Come back, climb, bring that right knee back behind you. Left leg goes out, turn towards it, and bring your chest towards it. Okay, very good. and back, and then knee back in. Okay. All right. So this next one we're gonna do is gonna be some laying down ones. So to begin, we'll start and we'll just get into sitting position here. Bring both heels in, drop those knees. Stretching. All right, so since we're here, we're just gonna rotate that same position, keeping our feet together, but we're gonna lay down, okay? Now we're laying down this position here. So you're laying with your arms open, palms towards the ceiling. Relax those legs. We're just gonna lay flat. So lay flat. And with our arms, we're reaching back. With our feet, we're reaching forward. Like we're trying to grow. Just continue to reach, reach, reach. Reach, reach, reach. All right, very good. Okay. So next one we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing the knee drops. So remember, being in this crunch position, arms are open. Now my palms are facing down to be a little more stable. And I'm dropping my knees slowly to the right. And then come back. And then drop them slowly to the left. Okay, make sure your back stays intact with the floor. So that's one. We're gonna do 8 of these. So slow, slow, slow. Back. Two. Four. 5. 6. 7. And 8. All right, very good. Okay. So right here, let's just do some leg raises. So actually just kind of try to march. It's not a bridge because our hips are on the floor. But we're doing just bringing our knees towards our face, I guess. We're trying to do that, trying to bring those knees towards the face. All right, try to do that with the legs straight. A little bit more mobility on that hip joint. It's almost like the leg swings that we do when we're next to the door, to a wall. Right. Press the other leg. Remember, your leg's supposed to be straight. All right, very good. Okay, from here, you're gonna do book openers. So we're gonna turn around on our side, resting here, and ankle on ankle, knee on knee, hip over hip. And again, we're gonna open up, legs stay the same, bring that shoulder back, and come back. Okay. Keep going. Remember to be controlled. Make sure your legs don't change directions. I don't want your hips coming off the ground. And last one. Very good. Okay, let's get started. You're gonna rotate. And again, continue. One. That's two. Three. Four. Five. Six. 7. 3 more. It's a really good one for our breath right here. 8. 9. One more. 10. Ooh. Hopefully that back feels a lot better. It's nice and relaxed. Ooh. Trying to sneeze. Oh, that's good. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right, yeah, I always look at bright lights. I'm not sure what about bright lights makes me sneeze, but I think that's everyone, not just me. Okay, so now we're just gonna roll on our bellies, and we're gonna do our back extensions. So we're gonna start off light. So again, just on our elbows, raising those shoulders off the ground. I'm gonna stay here for about 20, 30 seconds. All right, now we're gonna drop down. With our hands, we're gonna push up. Okay, so we're gonna be upright. And this is stretching our lower back. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure it's not painful. It shouldn't be painful. And raise your hips. Come back. In this position. All right, let's get some water. I think it's been a minute since we got some water. Some water, collect yourself. Okay. Next one we're going to do, this one's for our abs. Okay. So this is just a contraction and hold. So we want to get our abs tight. So you can do that by contracting. And if you're not able to do that, that's a weird sensation sometimes to kind of talk about or to explain. But that way, the way the contraction should feel, it should get tight. And another way to do that too is by exhaling all your air in, like we did on the sitting one. So exhale all your oxygen. Not oxygen, just air. You see how it's tight? I'm gonna hold that and relax, make sure you don't pass out. Okay, so let's do about 5 more of those. So contract, 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 exhale. Your abs, you do have abs underneath. So relax, exhale. Feel that. 2 more. Very good. Another one. And good. So you should be able to feel all of those contractions going on. All right. So we did the lunge. Twist. Now we're going to transition to some of our, our regular warm-up ones, but we're going to do the 90-90 stretch first. Okay. So the 90-90, we're going to get our front leg. So for me, it's my left leg. This stretch we go with the front one for this one. So I'm going to make sure that I have a 90-degree angle here. Okay, so my left ankle to my left knee, there's a straight line, and then there's a straighter line from my left knee to my left hip. Okay, so that's a 90-degree. And then the leg off to the side, my right, there's a straight line from my a straight line parallel to the leg in front of me, and then that hind leg is parallel to my knee, left knee to left hip, okay? And I want to keep my hand, I don't want to be resting here because you don't really feel the stretch. Once you're upright here, you should feel the stretch going on here. And this is good for posture as well. So sometimes I'll have my runners just kind of be here. And this is a little bit challenging trying to stay upright because this actually activates your obliques too, but you could just keep your hand here. And if you're gonna get a little bit more work, then just try to simulate runners. All right, very good. Switch. So right leg front now, left leg to my side, and I'm gonna be elevated here. All right, last one. Well, let's actually get through the ones we do on a daily basis. So just do that left heel in, right leg back, and let's move forward. So we have these, and then our kind of like our warm-up ones. But I want to do the performance and the chill one first too. So Is there, are any of you feeling a little bit tight somewhere else that maybe you want to spend a little bit more time doing? Because what I have left is for the legs mainly, but is there an area? Are we okay right now? Let's switch. Yeah, if you're feeling good, then we could just continue what I have time, but if you guys are feeling extra sore on the shoulder or the back, we could spend a little bit more time. It's up to you guys. Good performance. I think here's the leg straight, right leg over, left leg, left arm over that right knee, and we're gonna push away for that stretch and performance. And switch. And then relax. Bring that left heel in and reach for the toes, but with our hind arm, let's bring that over and across. Stretching our back too. And switch. Reach for that left. Bring that right across and over. And then let's bring both heels in. Let's cross the legs. Move forward. Reach. Next, here. Okay, let's go ahead and reset. Bring the left heel in, right leg back, recline, still stretching that quad. Switch. Okay, let's go back to the chair. To our last one. Go to the chair. Okay. From here, we're going to bring that right heel over the left knee, and we're going to lean towards it, okay? Feeling that stretch on the piriformis. Okay. Now we're going to hug it out. So we're going to bring that knee for that stretch a little bit more. Relax. Switch. So left ankle on that right knee and lean forward. Right, let's hug it out. All right, relax. All right, so very good. So hopefully you guys are feeling